So very good afternoon, you all. You are all welcome to this video lecture on web technology, and we are in Unit 2. This is the second class. Why the second is the third class? In the first class, in this Unit 2, we started about the XML, that is the extensible markup language. I already explained you what is the necessity of this extensible markup language, and what is the application or what are the use for use all the things. So today we will study in details how do we write this XML program and what are the different type of DTD document type definition. These are the DTD, and then how to use all the things, whether it is the internal or external, how to use. Okay, then we will be using how to write the public and the private uh, use of this DTD file. That is the main thing we will be discussing here. Okay, so now I will show you one file here, one program here. In this program I am going to show you this is book .xml. Okay, so if you see it here, this is a simple XML file, and as I told you that the XML file starts with a less than sign, question mark, and XML. So there is no space in between, all are continuous. You can see the less than sign, it is here, and a question mark, XML, then space, what is the version, and by default we are using the version 1.0. Okay, that version which is equal to the value pair, it will be there, version which is equal to under double quotation 1.0, then ends the question mark and ends this tag, whatever you started here. Okay, so this is the compulsory syntax you have to write for each and every XML program. So without this it will not understand it is XML program. Okay, this is very important, you have to remember. Then immediately we start with the less than exclamatory doc type. So it is just declaring this, what are the root element, what are the other elements. This is a syntax for that one. So here we are declaring, and we are declaring the doc type, and the root element is the name of the element is book, and because I am using here private. Okay, so there are two type of things using of all things, one is the public, another is the private. And as I told you that for using this private, we will be using system, and this is in capital letter SYSTEM. Here you see, it means that what are the file I am using book.dtd, it is private for this project or these programs under this project. Okay, only in this folder what are the programs they can use that one. It's clear? So in case of public, so any project anybody can use it there. So for that you need to declare it here like public, capital letter PUBLIC. Clear? So then what I have done, after this system under double quotations I have provided the rules, that is the rule is there in the DTD file, that is the book.dtd. Okay, so this is a separate file. I will explain what is written there. Now with this we have written the first syntax, first line for this XML program. The second one we have given a reference, that is the external DTD we are using, that is there another book.dtd one file will be there. Then under this book is the root element we are having, and I am telling you that, so under this book element we are using another two child elements, that is the book name, title. You can have a number of child elements. For example, you can have publication, you can have author name, you can have price, you can have year of publications, so many things, whatever you like you can put it there. For a book, what are the things you feel it is necessary, all the things you can use it as a tag. There is no restriction on that one. Then I have given a sample, just I am using two. So book name I have given core Java, and the title also I have given core Java. You can write introduction to core Java, something whatever you like you write. Okay, so then the opening tag was book, this is a user defined tag, and the closing tag I closed it by putting a forward slash here. Okay, so this was the external, it is a XML file with the external DTD, and for writing this DTD we can see here we are having book.dtd. Yeah, so here also for the DTD what I told you is that the rules, it is the structure of what is the program we have written there, and the name of this file is book.dtd. What is the name of this file? The name of the file is book.dtd. So here we will explain the system on the browser, what we have written the program. About that we will give a brief description about that one. So this less than, and I am putting the exclamatory, it is meaning that I am declaring something. What I am declaring? So for declaring something, so you have to use this exclamatory things less than exclamatory, and you can close it there. The meaning is that I am declaring. It is a declaration. So for this declaration, I am declaring an element. So I am writing element. Suppose I declare some attribute list. So then I put att list. So like that, because I am declaring an element. So I am writing less than exclamatory element. Then immediately after that, you have to write what is the element name. So the element name what we are providing, that is book, is the root element. That means the tag is starting here with book. It's clear? Then under this, we are writing something, two things with the book name and the title. So this is the content model. What we call it as the content model. So these content models, what the model you are going to use inside, those things, or in the another way we can say these are the child element. So first is the parent element or the root element is book. Under this root element, we are having two child elements. One is the book name, other one is the title. It's clear? And all these child elements, how many here are two? I am having two. Suppose you are having 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They must be separated by a comma. That is the minimum. Space you put it, don't put it, does not make any difference. But it is always advisable to put a space after comma. Then immediately we are going for declaring the element, because this is the first root element, and inside that we are having two child elements. So I am declaring the first child element, the name is book name, and here that I am providing that has PC data inside the braces. So meaning is that PC stand for the parsed character data. So it will take only character data and it is parsable. So that is the meaning of the thing. That means I am providing that it cannot be blank. I have to provide some character or some text or some number. I have to provide it there according to the thing. Okay. So then I am writing another root element declaring so less than exclamatory element, that is the name is title. Here also inside the braces, that is has PC data. Okay. So parsable character data is required. Okay. When you completed the program like this, so this you saved it as book.dtd. You saved it as book.dtd, and this reference I have given inside the book.xml. Okay. Now your program is ready. So suppose I want to run this program, and I just go to the book.xml and double click there. You can see it is coming like this. You can say, sir, I am not getting any HTML output. Why I am getting? See, the thing is that XML is not for presentation. I already told you, and again I am repeating you. It is only for storing and communicating. Okay, storing and communicating. So it is only used for that purpose. If you want to see the contents just in a tabular form or in any form, then you have to use some XSL language. Okay, if you use that, I'll be coming to that one maybe after 2 or 3 classes. With that, I will be able to show you what are the content of this XML file, then how I have to put it into or convert it to HTML file. Now the question comes, okay, if I cannot see the content, what the files I have written, whether it is valid or invalid? Yes. So you can check it whether the files what you have written, that is valid or invalid, how you. So for that, what you need to do, you have to download and install one file. The file name what you need, I am going to show you, that is the XML Validator. Okay. So you go to the, I think, the browser, and download the XML Validator. I am using the version 4 for that is for Windows 10 I am using. So after installation, just double click this one, and you can see the format of these things. Okay. Now this is the format, and this is the, you can see that this is the XML Validator body. Okay. So you cancel it because I don't want all this program now. So now I want to open and see what is the book program I have written. So I have written first book.dtd. So I see the DTD program, because XML there is very rare chance of having error. So I go for that one, big book.dtd. So this is the program you have written, if you remember. Okay. Now you click all the things and you clear all the things, because just click and right click, then you just click it here and go for the right click and clear results. Okay, I clear all the results. Now what the program I have written, whether it is valid or invalid. Okay, suppose I go for this one, I click this one, you can see valid for files. For Windows you can press F8, you can press F8. I press that F8. So now you are telling the file is valid. Okay, now you can say for everything it will come like this. No, it will not come. just I removed this hash sign, then I am trying to put it. Is it showing, is it valid? No. It is showing some error is there at line number 3 and nothing. So that means I have forgot this hash line here. Once I put this hash line, then only it is valid. Okay. Suppose I am removing this PC data. Okay. Now let us see whether it is valid. It is not valid. Again, it is showing some error. Okay, you got it now. So okay, you are thinking that it was the previous thing, it was continuing. Okay, I clear all these things. I clear the files. Now I am going to run this. You see, it is showing in line number 2, character number 22, some errors are there. Okay, some element name is required there. Okay, so in this way, what you can do? Okay, no problem. I write the same thing here. PC data I have to write it here. Caps lock is there. So PC data. Okay. Now you can save it. Okay. Now you can run this program. Now you can see your file DTD file is valid. Okay. So in this way you can check what is the program you have written, it is valid or invalid. If it is invalid, some error or some warning, something it will come, that you correct it. So then you can say, okay sir, this DTD file is working, what about the XML file? Yes, we will also check that validity of that one. Now I am going for book.xml. okay, so I am opening the book.xml, so it opened now here. Now I am clearing whatever the things, just you click it here, then right click, then the clear the results, then I go for pressing F8, where you can see here writing the file is valid. The file is valid. So where it is there? In C drive, XML folder, file name is book.xml and it is valid. It is showing it is the file is valid. Okay. So now you can also check it here. So you can go to XML and you can go for this validate the XML. Here also you can do the same thing. Okay. So there you can do, and here also you can do. There is no issue. Okay. So in this way you have done. Here also you can somewhere you can also go for that one. Anyway, you have checked both the files are valid. So when both files are valid, then you run it, you can get the output for that one. But you remember that XML file is not meant for presentations. You don't expect that by running this one some output it will come. No. So it will show it is valid, and when you are clicking this XML file, so you see just it the coding what you have written in the similar manner, it will come. Okay. So this is the thing you have seen. Now I am going for the next program. Okay, this validation part I minimize. Then I am going to my next program. Yeah, I already taught that. I already explained to that book. Now let us go for the books. Okay. So now I am explaining what is the books.xml. Okay. Now this is a file where I have little modified the previous file. Here I am writing that XML file. You can say why sir XML is not written. It's okay. I take it there. Don't worry. So copy this one. The first file must be there for each and everything. Control C. Then you go for. I have gone for books.xml. This is books.dtd. This is books.xml. The first line. So enter and you paste it here. Control V. It's clear. So you started with less than less than question mark XML version 1 and doc type. Here you see my root element is books, not book. Why? Because inside the books I am writing number of different book. Okay. So my root element is books and the closing element here is books. Inside that I am taking some instances of book, that is the book 1, book 2, book 3, like that. So inside the book again I am having the content model like the book name, what is the price, what is the author 1 and author 2, what is the publications. Similarly for book number 2, so all the things I have written it here. So I think it is damn easy, you can understand. You can understand from this thing. So there is no need to explain for these things. What I have written first the root element, that is books, and under this root element books I have created a number of book copy, book 1, book 2, but I am putting only book. So the element I am putting book here and closing tag book here, and inside that I am in the content model I am having child elements like book name, like price, like author 1 and like author 2, like publication, all the things it will be there. Okay. So in this manner I have written this XML file. Now I can show you the DTD file. See, how do you write the DTD for that one? It is very important because I told you and I am telling you again and again, writing XML file a standard to student who knows English, he can write, there is no greatness there. But you must know how to write the DTD program, that is the DTD program. So what I have written, I declared the element and my root element is books. See, inside the books, I have the content model. What is the content model here? That the book I am putting a star mark. So this star, this plus and question mark, they are called the cardinality. They are called as the cardinality. And you know what about the cardinality? In software engineering, you might have studied about what is the cardinality. And some people in database management system also have studied this cardinality. So in database, in the name of database management system, I will explain what is cardinality. While you are going for the cardinality, while you are going for the data flow diagram or the entity relationship diagram, when we express how many instance of one object is associated with how many instance of other object, then we call it the cardinality. For example, under one course, there can be many students. You get it now? No? So course will be only one, 0 or 1. So if it is 0 or 1, you can put it question mark. So if it is 0 or many, then you can put it star. If it is 1 or many means n. It is finite, not infinity. So if it is 0 or n, you can put it star sign. If it is 1 or n, n means it can be 4, it can be 5, it can be 20, it can be 25. So you put it a plus sign. Okay. Now, my book, there can be 0 book, no book, or there can be many number of books. Okay, that's why I put it the star sign here. Then I am declaring element. So then I am putting the declaring the element. So under this I am putting this book because I am going for more number of book. So I am taking one instance of book. There I am having a number of content model inside these things. You can check it there. One is the book name, one is the price. Again, because I am using more than one author, so you can put one or more. For that I am putting author plus. And for publications, there can be 0 publication or there can be 1. If it is 0 or 1, then we can put a question mark here. Okay. So this is the cardinality I explained you there. Then you go to the content model like the your child element. So less than exclamatory element, that is the book name. Here you have to use this. I have specified that I already explained you. Similarly, you can go for the declaration of the element price. This is the child element. I am putting it there. The same syntax. Similarly, element author. You can use the same thing. You can say, sir, there are more than one author. You see, you can have more than one author, but syntax is same. When syntax is different, then only I am going to change, because you write one author, you write n number author, the syntax is same, data is required for that one. Okay, so that is one line is enough for that one. Similar for publications also it is required. Okay, so with this you completed the XML file, you completed the DTD file. Now the question comes, we have to check the validity of this program. So what you need to do, you go to the XML validity body, then you open there. So what is your file name? Your file name is books. Okay, so you open the, always try to to parse the you are validate the DTD file. So I am going for the DTD file first, books DTD file. Sorry, double click the book DTD file. So this is the DTD file. If you remember, we have written. Now what I have done, so I go for the validation of that one. Now it see the file is valid. It is showing the file is valid. So you try to remove something. You try to remove this star sign, or try to remove this plus sign or question mark. You can see some error will be there, because everything is there perfectly. So even if you try to remove this space here or remove the space here, you try, you do yourself. Okay, and you try to remove this also greater than sign. All the cases it will show some errors. Okay, all the cases it will show some errors. Now your DTD file is valid. Now you can go for the parsing of the books.xml file. So what you need to do, go to the books.xml. Now this was your file. Then similar way, just I clear this, because you can say, sir, same thing it is continuing, no parsing. No, I clear this data here now, no, clear the result. Then I am going for parsing. I am going for the validation. It is showing the file is valid. Which file? Inside the C drive under XML folder, books.xml. Previously it was books.dtd. Now I am going for the validation of books.xml. So this is also a valid. Okay. So now when both are valid, we can run this program. I minimize these things. You go to the folder, then I go to the, always double click the XML file. So I double click the books.xml. You can clearly see the entire coding is there appearing as it is. Okay, if you do some mistake and try to run, this output will not come, this output will not come. Okay, so this is, I think, the minimum things we have given. Then okay, one more program I will explain you also, don't worry at this moment. uh, no this is okay, close all tabs, I don't have any problem. Then I'm going for another thing, I'm going for catalog. Okay, so in this catalog I am trying to open this catalog XML. This is the XML file, I think. Yeah, so I right click and open with Sublime. Okay, so in this catalog you see, I am going for a catalog for the Amazon that is only related to some CD, DVD or something like that, it is there. Okay, so then what is there in this catalog, you can see I start with the root to element, that is the catalog. Inside the root element catalog we are having a number of elements like CD. Okay, in the CD I am having content models like the title, what is the title of this CD, and who are the artists, and which country it belongs, and what is the company name, and what is the price of this CD, and what is the year. Usually we maintain data just in a structured format like this. If you remember, if I am using this database management system like SQL or no that Oracle, then you will be using these are all the attributes. So okay, so just in a table you are writing no some attributes like this. Okay, so one is the title, one is the artist, one is the content. The first row title you write the empire, something like that. The artist you write some Bob, content name is USA, company name is Columbia, price you write $10.9, and also year is 1985. So so you can understand like this. So these are just the heading of the table, and these are all the data. Okay, so these are all the data. So then what we do, this is the data and the title for this CD1. Similarly I go for the CD2 and I go for CD3. So we have a number of CDs and all the data I have given it like this. Don't worry, this is the repetition. Only I have changed the artist name, title name and all things. Okay, finally I close all the things, right? So don't worry for this thing. So your catalog.xml is ready. So because now you understand, once you write, you know the minimum syntax, then writing the program is easy. Okay, so I have explained you the catalog.xml. Now I go for this catalog.dtd. Okay, this is the catalog.dot with the catalog. What is this? Yeah, it will be the catalog. This catalog one. Yeah, this is the right click and you go for this Sublime test. You can see this is another catalog. Uh, this is I am writing the XSL program. Now I will not be telling you because this is to convert it into HTML. So I will not explain you it right now. This will be explaining after 2 or 3 classes. Okay. So you close this catalog file here now. I can tell you, because if you want to see the output, what I have written there, no, just you see when I am double clicking the catalog.xml, no, so you can see the output is coming like this. Okay, now yeah, still some modification is required here. XML1 coding also you can add encoding is equal to ETF-8, and this is we are using the XSL style sheet. This because XSL I have not explained you. I think that the output it will come like this. You can have a glance of that one. So it will have like this. So this is the title, what is the artist name, what is the country, what is the company. Say that time you are having a doubt, sir, you are writing a XML program, you are not getting an output and nothing. Not like that. XML is mainly used for storing and communicating. Okay, so if you want to check what is the data there, it should be appearing like this format. Then you have to write the XSL file for that one. Against each and every XML program, you have to write the XSL. Because I have written the XSL file and I have given the link. Then when I click that one catalog1.html, here I found all this data what it was showing in the form of a coding, it is appearing in the tabular form, because the entire data you can see, because a lot of data was there. So all this data it is there, but you will be astonishing there is no data from India, because this is not the data I have written, I have collected from the net. Okay, so because there was no Indian data available, so I have not put it. You can write if you know the Bahubali 1, Bahubali 2, Bahubali 3, you write country in India, the company you write, so MGR, MGM, whatever you write, price you write 100 rupees or 200 rupees. Here you write 2019 and 20, that is your choice. Okay, you give the title of these things. So all the things you can do. Now the thing comes, I give you a small assignment to you. You prepare the cricket score or the scoreboard, like that you can say cricket scoreboard. You write one XML program and you write the DTD program. I am assigning to students something like, Jai there and our this girl are there. So both of you write the sample program for that one. You take it as an assignment and try to submit this assignment to me online. Okay, don't worry, I don't need a hard copy. So prepare it and show me. Okay, if it is running, I can test it here with my validator and I can give you the result and also marks for that one, right? So take it as a small assignment. So you can know, in a cricket score, what is the name of the player will be there. So whether is a batsman or a bowler or a fielder or the wicket keeper or the captain, you can write it there. So what is the score run, or what is the wicket he has taken, or what is the fielding he has done, this number of catches he has taken, this, that, and all things, and what is the total score. So what is the out, not out, all the data you can maintain. And you not only maintain just like your HTML, this also you can use for communicating. You understand? So that is the way how your client is communicating with the server and server is communicating with the client. So nobody is writing a coding for communicating all the things. By default, it is converting and sending it here. Okay, and you will be astonished. So once you write the XML program, you can also generate the XSL file or XSLT file. It is also possible. But initially, you must know how to write it manually, and you must understand what is the rules. Then only things will be easy for you. That is the reason I am explaining all the things. Okay. Then I will go for small files like the employee. Okay. First I go for this employee. Then I open it with the Sublime. Here this is a small program, and this is I am writing Control V, XML. Yeah, enter. So this is my XML file, and here version is equal to 1. If you want to write encoding is equal to that, also you can write it here. Not necessary. By default you are using encoding UTP-8. So if you write it is well and good, don't write also, it is not affecting, because by default you are using encoding which is equal to under double quotation, that is your UTF-8 under double quotations, then the question mark and the grade. Okay. Then doc type, you see, this is a internal DTD I am using. So now you see the difference, because till now what I am showing you the external DTD. That means one XML file is different and DTD file is different. But here what I am doing, inside the XML I am writing the DTD file. So what I have done it here, first you write the XML version is equal to this one, then declare the root element. What is the root element here? It is the employee. What is the root element? It is the employee. Then what is the content model? The content models are, or inside the root elements are, employee number, employee name, employee salary. Okay. Now how do you write the DTD file for that one, and how do you write the XML? Okay, forget about the DTD file. First let me write the XML file for that one. For the XML you start with the employees. Okay, you start with the employees, then is the employee number, then is the employee name. Okay, okay, okay. Where you got this employees? There is no employees. Sorry, it is only employee, no. Okay. So my root element is employee and closing tag is employee. So what I declared first? So what I declared, doc type employee. Under this employee I am writing something that I will explain here. Okay. So because this is just like the attribute, what I am writing, I am declaring the various elements. First one I am declaring the employee itself with the content model like employee number, name and salary. Then I am declaring about the employee number, that is the hash PC data, that means first character data is required, and the element name same thing, and salary the same thing. So you can say, sir, employee name will be something like the character, and employee salary will be something like the number system, date of birth. See, it does not make any difference. So here it is not like the data type you are using in your Java or C or C++. Here what you need, whether you need parsed character data, so for that you need hash PC data, that is inside the braces, that is just you write it like this. Okay. Then you start the employee, then employee number, what is the value 101, then name, employee name is Jijana, say for example employee salary, so let it be 12,000 rupees. Okay. So in this way you have written the XML program, and you have attached the DTD file here also. Okay, now what is the file name? File name is employee.xml. Okay, now I click this employee.xml program. Okay, employee.xml, I double click it here. You can see, but the DTD it is not showing here. Remember, it makes the browser understand what is the rules you have given, but it is not showing it here. What it is showing, it is only showing the content, what is the data you are using, that only it is showing. It's clear? So, and this is something different. Now I am going for this employee one. Okay, so okay, if you want to check what is the file I have written, whether it is validated or not, yes, I am going for that one. So I open it here. I go for the employee, not employee, because there are same name different times. So I am going for the employee and I open it here. So this is your file what just now I told you. Then I am going for checking of these things. You can see the file is valid. Okay, your file is valid. So next we are moving to the next program, that I am going for employee one. Here I am writing external DTD. So one will be employee one.xml, another is the employee. Okay, so I right click and go for sorry, employee one is here. So here then right click and go for the Sublime. You see the coding part here. Same thing I am writing. So you understand, my file name is employee1.xml. So this is my XML program. Same thing what I have done, I have separated, and I am using the private here, and I am using the system and employee1.dtd. Okay, for this employee1.dtd, again you open this one, you go for the employee1 .dtd, just right click here and you can see the DTD file here also. Okay, so this is your DTD, has element employee. So content models are employee number, name and salary, element employee number. So it is there not to explain all the things you know. Okay, now you can check the validity, it is valid, and you can go for the execution of that program. How do we go for that one? Just double click on the employee1.xml. You can see this is the output for your program. It's clear? So then I go for one more, that is employees. Now I have given employee, now I am going for the employees. In this employees, yeah, it is here employees. So I go for this XML file, I open with the Sublime text. Here I have given, how do I use all the things? See, I am using a root element, that is employees, because there can be more than one employee. So I am writing employees. Under this employees, I am creating another employee. This employee, I am writing the employee name is EMP name Raj, close EMP name, and employee salary is EMP salary, some 10,000, close employee salary, and all the things are there. You see there is some syntax, you can put it and put it control S. So it's clear. So now this is your employees.xml. Then how to write the employees.dtd. Okay, so yeah, you go for this one, the employees.dtd. Already I have given a link to this one. Now let us open this employees.dtd. So this is your employees.dtd. Right click and open here with the DTD file, Sublime file. Now you can see element employees. There are more than, there can be 0 employee or can be more employee. That's why I'm using the cardinality star sign. Then element employee, under this employee there is employee, I will go for at least one employee. What is there for one employee, it will be same for all. Here I want to say, under this employee I am using either the employee name or employee salary. This sign indicates either or either. So either I can use the employee name or the employee salary, and for this data is required, parsed character data is required, and because there are more than one employee name and employee salary, I am using a star sign. If you remove the star sign, it will show some error, and for this I have struggled for more than 10 minutes. Why? Because I forgot this star sign here, instead I put it here, and I was running, where is the error, I could not understand. Then for the employee name and employee salary, put it there. So if you save it and you can try for the validation of this one, just you go for these things. This is the employee, you remember, then you come here and go for the employees .dtd, because I told you that employee XML is not that important, because by default there. Okay, I open it here. This is the DTD of employees. So now I try to run this program. You can see the XML employees.dtd file is valid. Okay, the file is valid. Okay, you want to see the employees.xml file also. Nice. You check it here. You go to the validator. You open the employees. Where is that employees.xml file. Okay, this is your file. Okay, so now is okay. So this also I want to check it whether it is valid. Yes, it is also valid. How can you check it? It is valid. Employees.xml, this file is valid. It is showing, so it's valid. So now I double click this XML. I try to run this one. You see the difference. Now I go for the employees.xml and double click and run this program. You see nicely, you can see it here. Okay, so in this way you can do a number of program and you can go for the running of that one. Today I conclude the session here, and I hope you might have understood the very fundamentals, how do you write the XML program and how you write the coding for that one, that is the how do you write the rules for that one, that is in the DTD document, the DTD. Okay, uh, then how to use it, whether in the internal or external, all the things you learnt it there. And I am giving you a small assignment. What I told you, that your assignment is that cricket score board or something like that. There you try to write down the name of the cricket player, and what is his position, whether he is a wicket keeper, whether he is a bowler, whether he is a batsman, whether he is a all rounder, and what is his score, and how many wickets he has taken, and how many stumps, or how many run out, or all the data. You know, you are expert in cricket. I have little knowledge about this cricket. So you write one XML program because in the exam you write, you find similar type of questions. So write an XML program for this cricket score board, and also you write the rules for that one using the extension .dtd. Okay, that you can check it, you can validate it there using the validator. If you do not have the validator, you have not downloaded, please do forward to me. I will check it and run it on this program in our next program. Okay, this is the assignment I am giving to Jai and other group of people there also. And what is that name? That girl is there, Chinmay. That is there also. You please do this one, and no need to send any hard copy. The soft copy can attach to my email ID. I will check it, and till then, goodbye. And thank you for watching this video. Please, you can go for the subscription, and you can go for the like also. So that the any new video automatically it will come to you. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.